Hey guys, what's up? It's Paige. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to do today's pick a card for you guys, which is going to be about what your best quality is. Obviously, everybody could use a confidence boost every now and then, but more specifically, I feel like knowing your best quality can kind of give you a level up in any kind of situation because you're working off of your already naturally good assets. So yeah, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Paige and I make tarot pick a cards and other videos about consciousness and spirituality and basically whatever I want. So if you're interested, make sure you check out my YouTube channel, my other videos, and subscribe and turn on the little bell if you want to see more content like this. But as always, we can jump right into this, so make sure you are tuning inward to get yourself into a receptive mode. And of course, just choose your group. We have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4, and today I'm using a brand new tarot deck, so very excited to see how this goes, but your timestamps are provided down below. I'll see you at your time. Hey group 1, so we will get started with your reading. So for your cards, we have the 3 of Candles, the 6 of Candles, the Chariot, the Magician in reverse, Creator of Vials in reverse, and the Creator of Candles. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm definitely getting the vibe that you are a leader for other people. And I think that is one of your best qualities. I think just this inner desire that you have to do things and to just kind of follow your gut, follow your dreams, whatever it looks like to you, however it feels to you. I just have a feeling that you're somebody that has completely embodied this character, this person that other people really admire. So with the Creator of Candles, this is somebody who is very serving to the greater purpose, to the divine, to this larger thing that we have going on, which is, you know, life. This is consciousness, expansion, that kind of thing. So what I'm seeing here is that you have that quality. Somebody who understands the give and take in life. You understand that there's flow that comes through you and through your ability to work with the universe and work with what's already going on. Your current situation doesn't really define you because you come from a place that is more heart-centered, and that is really encouraging to other people. Like I said, you light the way for people because you lead a lot of the time from that heart-centered place. And that's where you can find abundance. That's where you can find a lot of good things in life. So like I said, I mean, you just attract a lot of people because of that. But going off of that, we have the 3 of Candles and then the 6 of Candles. So I'm feeling like I was saying that you do lead people because the 3 of Candles, this would be like the 3 of Wands in a regular deck. The 3 of Candles, you know, you choose your path. You choose what works best for you and you choose it intuitively. You have to make the choice based off of how you feel and what you want. And you understand that just intuitively. Going back to the Creator of Candles, that's somebody that you just naturally are. So this 3 of Candles and the 6 of Candles right next to it gives me an idea that you show people what works best for them. Now, a lot of the time it does take that inner wisdom, but you need somebody to kind of guide you into that direction if you're, you know, not really sure of how to find that inner guidance. So I'm seeing here that you are definitely somebody that will provide people with that satisfaction of like, okay, I know where to go from here. I know what my next step is. Something about being headstrong in a way that is heart-centered that really gets the people going, and I feel like that's a quality that you have. Next, we do have the Chariot. So the Chariot for me really stands out to spiritual movement. The card speaks to me about understanding that you can take the higher route or you can choose to take the patterned path that you've always taken throughout your life. That's kind of what the good and bad unicorns symbolize in this card. So I really feel like you move in a way that really is fluid. It really does show, like I was saying with the Creator of Candles, that you trust yourself, that you trust that there is more to life than what you are aware of, and you're just kind of going with this inner pull that you have. And this could be completely unconscious, like you don't even realize that this is how you're acting. So I'm really happy to be able to share this with you guys and let you know that you do come off in this way that really truly moves people. I mean, I have 2 major arcana cards in this reading, so your best quality is really something that changes things for people. Really somebody that can change other people's reality just by being yourself. So stay true to you. But with the Chariot right next to the Magician in reverse, I do just have this feeling that sometimes you aren't always understanding of your reality. I do feel like at times you get a little conflicted because you'll feel other people's energies, and that takes away a little bit from your power, and there's a little confusion with that. But like I said, in a way, I feel like because you've gone through that feeling of powerlessness, and that feeling like you don't really have any control, you don't really know how to get what you want out of life. I feel like because you've gone through that, other people notice it, and they see you for the answers to finding their power. They find power through you because they see that you've experienced times in your life where you didn't understand what to do next. You didn't understand how to get what you wanted, but you've made choices that allowed you to get what you wanted and allowed you to live a life that other people are very, very proud of you for. They really appreciate the hard work that you've done. That's why there's this little cake out here, man. We're celebrating your successes. And that's kind of your best quality, is the fact that, you persevere, you move forward with dignity and with grace and with understanding for yourself. And I just, like I was saying, I feel like you weren't always like that. Also next to the Magician in reverse, the Creator of Vials. And the Creator of Vials being in reverse does let me know that, at times it was challenging for you to trust yourself. It was challenging for you to trust your emotions. And to be honest, this could still be something that you frequently deal with. But I feel like because of this quality, because that not everything is always rainbows and butterflies for you, and you understand that, you've been able to help other people see that, that doesn't even matter in the long run. It's all about your perspective. It's all about how you choose to view things, because if you let your emotions get the best of you most of the time, you're not really going to be able to accomplish anything. But that's not who you are. Your best quality, your most prominent quality too, is the fact that you stand in this truth of a spiritual knowing, passionate insight, and of clarity to other people to go towards the things that you should go towards, just because, like I said, you have that inner knowing, you have that inner feeling, and you do so with such grace, such dignity, and such poise that other people are so proud to follow you and follow in your footsteps and create a life too that they are proud of, and that they can start seeing movement, with their own choices, what direction that they'd like to see movement too, most importantly. But group 1, this is absolutely beautiful reading. You guys seem to be quite the leaders, so I really appreciate you, and I hope that this message resonated for you. So if it did, make sure you like this video and comment down below to let me know. Of course, if it resonated, make sure you subscribe too, so I can continue to give you intuitively channeled messages. But I'm going to move on to the next group, so I hope to see you guys in later videos. Bye for now. Hey group 2, we will get started with your reading about what your best qualities are. So for your cards, we have the 9 of Candles in reverse, the 4 of Vials in reverse, Ace of Bells, Temperance in reverse, the World, and the Star in reverse. We do have 3 major arcana cards here. So starting off with the Star in reverse, I do have a feeling that you are someone that is very kind, generous, and really looking forward to the evolution of other people. You like to see the potential in others, and that may be honestly your forethought when you first meet people, is what kind of potential they have. You might not always see people clearly, but in a way you still provide them with this opportunity for healing, and I think that that is something that is very helpful for you. You just have this intuitive inner knowing on how to handle people, on how to make changes in the world, and how to really, I don't know, you just seem to be someone that can really help this world expand, and we need to talk about that. So we do have the World card next. So there's this wholesome side of you that has a very clear perspective on other people, on the world around them. I have a definite feeling that you get messages, you get these inner messages from, your spirit guides, from the universe, just trying to let you know the next step that allow you to move quickly through your life, kind of changing people and changing the world around you, because that is an ultimate desire that you have. With the Ace of Bells, like I was saying, you definitely have this inner knowing, this inner hearing too. I feel like that you get these messages that are nudging you to do something that is very divine. It's very helpful, and it's very revolutionary in a way. I feel like you like to go to the beat of your own drum, and that's actually worked out really well for you. This is kind of like an Aquarius energy to me, especially with this Temperance card here in reverse. So these two together, I have this sense that you really understand logically how to create change in the world. Not everybody feels that way. Not everybody has that ability. And because you have that ability, you have this inner knowing on how to utilize this like connection that you have to what we're supposed to be doing on this earth, this connection to like your soul contract, to evolution, and being able to evolve and grow and expand consciousness and humanity in general. Because you understand that on a soul level, you've been able to do so and move very fluidly this reality in this world and make changes for other people. Because Temperance is a card of healing, but with it being reversed, I have a feeling that this isn't really intentional. But with it being next to the Ace of Bells, you know, it does have a way of being intentional without it really being intentional. If that makes sense. Sometimes you just have an inner knowing, but you don't really know. And that's something that seems to be the case with you a lot, especially with the world. Like I said, there is this overall understanding that you are connected to something else and that you're meant to help other people. You're supposed to have this wholesome, we're all one view. And sometimes, you know, you may feel that way and sometimes you may not, but for the most part, just have the understanding that it is important to change, to grow, and to evolve within your lifetime. And that being the main point of your life, you see it to be fit for other people to do the same. And I don't blame you. You're doing a really good job of conveying your messages, I feel like. So we do have the Four of Vials though in reverse. I have a feeling at some time in your life you had to decide that you were going to be this way, that you had to make this change, and that there was a better way to do things because the way that things were going wasn't as satisfying as you may have hoped. Just know, because you experienced this feeling of, you know, loss of hope, loss of direction, loss of really just identifying where you stand in the world, really helped you get to a place of being free of your limiting beliefs. It's what this Nine of Candles in reverse is letting me know, is that, you know, you have to experience certain things in your life that give you this overall essence. They give you this added volume in your aura that allows you to stand out to people that could use your help. And definitely seeing that to be extremely true and extremely beneficial quality about you, because you have this ability to heal people with your thoughts, with these ideas that you have. You have the ability to tell a story about your life and change the worlds of others. Like, that is a very amazing quality, and you should continue to share your gift with other people by, you know, expanding their worldview and expanding their beliefs, and just like I said, allowing people to change, because that's your best quality. You're a visionary. You see that everybody has the ability to change and that the world does. So as long as you remain true to that part of yourself and that you always kind of keep that open heart and an open mind to everything that's happening around you and all the people that happen around you, you know, that's a quality you can really play off of, because I mean, it has so much power in this idea that, you know, you can heal people tremendously by being the change, by being somebody that alters their worldview, because both of the Star and Temperance really speak of this inner divine healing, but with them both being a reverse, you know, they need a little help getting there. Other people may need a little help getting there, or maybe you needed a little help getting there, but whatever it was, whatever kind of perspective change that you had with this Ace of Bells, that really allowed you to play the role of the world. And that is this quality that you carry with you. This quality of change, of movement, of, you know, the moon cycles as shown in this card. There's growth. There's always change. That's what you've embodied in this time. That's a great quality that you hold. If you're not already utilizing it, you definitely should utilize it more, because you have insights. You have this knowing. So trust yourself. Allow yourself to change the world around you, because I promise you, you are definitely somebody that is capable of it. Definitely. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope this resonated for you. If it did, make sure you like and comment to let me know. And of course, subscribe so I can continue to give you intuitively channeled messages. But I will see you guys in later videos, hopefully. Bye for now. Okay, group 3, we will get started with your reading about what is your best quality. So for your cards, you have 6 of Tomes, Explorer of Bells, 4 of Bells in reverse, Seven of Tomes in reverse, the Tower, and the Fool. What I'm getting right away, starting with this Fool card and with the Tower, honestly, is that these both have the imagery of somebody jumping off of something very tall into something that is kind of unknown and kind of unsettling to, you know, my eye at least. With this, I just really have a feeling that you're a go-getter. You're somebody that has this inner passion that drives them to do things so confidently and so self-assured, probably to the point where you don't even recognize it as being so. And it changes people. It allows people to step into their own power and into their own confidence. And I mean, that in itself is just a superpower. That's a really amazing quality to have. But let's get into it a little bit more. Going off of what I was saying, we do have the Explorer of Bells. This would be like the Knight of Swords in the original deck. But with this card, I do just get the energy that you're somebody that really seeks answers. You seek truth and understanding that not many people are too quick to figure out. A lot of people are just kind of scared or have a lot of a fear-based construct that keeps them in these limiting beliefs that don't really allow for them to expand their worldview and to expand this and to expand their consciousness. We all know here on this channel is not the case. That's not why we're here. We need to be able to do that. So people like you who are the go-getters, who are fearless in a way, take on that responsibility of seeking this knowledge to bring it back to others. And that's what the Explorer of Bells is doing. You're sharing this message with other people and you're willing to go the extra mile to go and find it. So really awesome, guys, because then we do have the Six of Tomes here in reverse. I feel like at one point you may have not been able to do that. You may not have been able to get what you wanted out of your experiences. You may not have been able to learn the type of things that you needed to learn in order to feel fulfilled in your soul. And that might be why you're doing what you're doing, but this card, I'm also getting that you've learned that you get more out of life when you give more to life. You put in more effort and you put in more time. Take the time to really just nurture your craft. You're realizing like, wow, that actually works out a lot better for me. So because of that, you've taken on that, you know, confident role. I think things went pretty well when you winged it, but at the same time, you're like, you know, there's still something else here. There's still something more that I could find. And that's where you get into this Tower kind of energy, because you know, you can't unknow things. That's something that I've definitely come to learn in this lifetime, is that once you know something, it doesn't just leave your mind. Most of the time, if you want it to leave your mind, it's definitely not going to leave your mind. So I feel like you've stumbled into information that have definitely changed your life, changed the course of your life, and it's jolted you in a direction that, you know, you may not have originally thought was your path, but because of this, because of all of these, you know, leaps of faith that you've taken in your lifetime, you've learned so many things, brought you to this place of honor, honestly, where you can share with other people and people are very willing to listen to you because they know how much work you've put into things. With the Four of Bells here in reverse, I do feel like you've taken a lot of time to reflect on your choices and to really not get too caught up on the planning, to really not get too caught up in, you know, risk factors and being too anxious about taking the leap. You've realized that that didn't really help you in the past. Maybe that's why you're so trusting in yourself now, is because, like I said, you took the time to reflect and realize, like, hey, I've done it both ways. It's a lot easier if you just go with your gut, if you trust yourself, if you believe in yourself, if you're confident about how you do things. Because, you know, at one point that was not how you were. But because of that, that's created this beautiful quality in you that allows for that to happen. But so with the Seven of Tomes in reverse, you know, right after the Six of Tomes, this goes into understanding, like I said, that you get way more out of life. You deliberately put time and energy into things that you care about, into things that make you feel good and full inside. Regardless of what kind of fears you may have or what kind of limits seem to pop up, any of this Four of Bells energy, anytime that you realize that I don't really understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Anytime that that comes up, you've just learned to be like, hey, I get what I put into this, and if I'm putting in good luck, full heart, my soul, like this Fool is, you know, jumping in with open arms into any situation, it normally pays off. It normally gives me what I want. It's normally something that can change a lot of people's vision about how the world works and how you can succeed in your life too, because like I said, you've just done things so differently. You've done things from a heart-centered space, that just been through things that make you understand that if you really want to get something out of life, you have to go go and get it. And because of that, you are somebody that empowers, like I said, other people to do the exact same thing. Explorer of Bells really is that final energy of, I know there's something else out there. I know that I can seek this information, and I know that there's something I can do for better use with this information. And I'm going to go do it because why not? So that's kind of the energy that I'm getting for you guys, but I really appreciate this. Honestly, love the go-getter energy. So I hope this resonated for you guys as your best quality. If it did, make sure you like and comment to let me know, and of course subscribe. I can continue to give you intuitively channeled messages, but I hope to see you guys in later videos. Bye for now. Group 4, let's get started with your reading about what your best quality is. So for your cards, we have 5 of Candles in reverse, Ace of Vials in reverse, 8 of Candles in reverse, 5 of Tomes, Mystic of Vials in reverse, and Strength in reverse. Okay. So group 4, what I'm getting for you guys is you're a softer, more vulnerable person than most people are probably used to, but it is in such a beautiful way, and I feel really good to share this message with you guys. So first we have Strength in reverse. So with this card, it's, strength is a very strong card in a traditional sense, being brave, being bold, and standing in your truth. That Leo energy where you're like, okay, I'm here, I'm the king of the jungle, and I'm ready to conquer. I'm ready to do anything possible. Now, on the flip side of that, with this being in reverse, vulnerability is strength, stronger than strength, I think, because being, bold is great and everything, but being bold with vulnerability, having that fluidity with having your emotions be involved, and just being able to open up and understand that, like I said, true strength comes from vulnerability, because that's where you can gain connections and such. That's a beautiful quality that you have. You are somebody, like I said, that is so okay with being vulnerable and okay with being sensitive, and the world needs more people like you. I mean, I'll just put it very bluntly out there. This is a beautiful, beautiful thing to have as a quality inside of you. So next we do have the Mystic of Vials. So the Mystic of Vials, this would be like the King of Cups in the traditional deck. So with this being reverse, again, going off of the Strength in reverse, I have a feeling that you have this vulnerable side to you that is not weak at all by any means. You have such strength because you're okay with feeling, you're okay with having emotions. Right next to that is the 5 of Tomes, which this card talks a lot about anxiety. She's burning the last bit of what she has to save herself. So with these two being together, I have a feeling that, you understand the depths of emotions. You understand that things can get really, really tough sometimes, and you understand that that's okay. No judgment. That's a part of life. It's the wisdom that the Mystic of Vials carries. That's something that you carry. You are somebody that understands, like I said, the power of vulnerability, the strength within it. With the 8 of Candles in reverse next to the 5 of Tomes, again, I think that you've been through things that made you this way, that made you understand the darker nature of life, and just this darker tone that life can sometimes have to it, and it might have happened to you very suddenly. Because of that, I feel like you were able to change really quickly. You were able to understand, the power of that vulnerability. You were able to understand that these hard times do bring blessings. They do bring things that you should be happy for. Like the Ace of Vials in reverse is saying, this is about self-love. So I have a feeling that you learned how to love yourself so hard at one point in your time. Maybe that was all you had. Maybe you were the only person that was really willing to give you the love that you needed, and that's why you sought it. Maybe this hard situation that you've gone through in the past put you to this place of, okay, I have nothing but myself left, so I start being gentle with myself and trusting myself, and you just started to embody that. But because you embody that, you're able to share that with other people. You're able to understand that, like, whoa, I went through things that made me super vulnerable and made me super scared to just be alive sometimes, but I was able to find strength through those vulnerabilities and through that fear, because I loved myself. I loved myself through it, and I saw that that was enough. That always is enough. Love is the opposite of fear. It's the ultimate equal and opposite to fear. So that being said, love conquers all. That's something you understand. That's something that the Mystic of Vials understands and utilizes throughout its life. Understand that you can be strong even if you have emotions and feel things and, you know, have different temperaments sometimes. It's all part of life. Understand the flow because you've weathered it. You've gone through things and they've made you so strong and so powerful, but in a way that allows for other people's vulnerabilities to be safe and to be heard. And that is absolutely amazing because not everybody's like that. The world is not like that. And I think you, out of all people, know that. Next, we have the Five of Candles in reverse. But if you look at this card upright, I mean, everybody's given their opinion. This is kind of like a political debate is what it looks like. People just giving their 2 cents, not really truly hearing everybody out in the situation. So that's what this card is upright. But with it being flipped upside down, like I said, you see people and you make them feel heard. You make them feel validated for having these emotions, for needing to probably love themselves more. You hear it for what it is, which is, you know, a cry for help, a cry for transformation, a cry for understanding. You, out of all people, really, truly understand that, and you allow people the space to grow and to learn from, you know, the hardships, those bad, negative feelings like the Five of Tomes tells us about. So you really are somebody that steps up to the plate. Allow for things to be a little chaotic sometimes because you know that there's this ever-changing flow of emotions, of energy that always will affect you. It always will affect the people you're around, the situations you're in, as long as you allow it to. And that's the beauty of life, is that, like I said, it is ever changing. Truly, that is your best quality. Such a deep psychic understanding of why we're here and why we experience the things that we do, that when you share that with other people, when you allow yourself to just be yourself, to be that fluid, vulnerable person, that sensitive, loving, empathetic person, you change the world around you. You change people around you too. So group 4, this is a beautiful reading. I'm really, really happy to share this with you guys. So I hope it resonated. If it did, make sure you like and comment to let me know. And of course, subscribe so I can continue to give you intuitively channeled messages. But I hope to see you guys in later videos. Bye for now.